I want you to picture something really quick, right? Next time you are lying in bed, lying in your car, wherever you are in life and you're about to have the urge to jack off, I want you just to imagine, we go on all these videos online, right? On porn, where whenever you see the view count, I want you just to imagine how many men that is. Because women don't watch porn. Very, very, very few women actually do. Women like to read novels and stuff like that. Women they get off to what they hear because they use their imagination. Whereas men were more visual. So whenever you're on the hub and you're actually genuinely looking at a video and its view count, just before you're about to click play, I want you just to imagine an arena, like a coliseum. Let's say you're watching a video on the hub that has 2 million views. I want you to picture an arena with 2 million men, all with their dicks out, all jacking off, and one girl in the middle of the arena with her clothes off or whatever. What does that tell you about our society? It shows you how screwed we all are, because that's generally what men do every single day. So next time you're about to jack off over some pathetic video that has 2 million views, I genuinely want you just to picture 2 million or whatever the view count is. Picture that amount of men in an arena, all jacking their dicks like a monkey, all stroking it so hard, lusting over this girl that they don't even know. I just told you right there, that is a mind trick I want you to use now for the rest of your life. After this video, I'm going to pretty much put it into your head how disgusting, just pathetic it is to just jack off over porn, instead of going out there and finding a connection with a real woman. Which, if you don't know how to do, by the way, I will show you. Now, I'm not sitting here claiming to be the Hugh Hefner of women. I know a lot and I've had a lot of success with it in the past. So, I will get to that in the future. But for now, we have to cover the more serious problem, which is jacking off and watching porn. Basically, what I want you to do, right? This is the only mind trick. I call it mind trick because it sounds cool, alright? But it's a mindset, right? I'm not some sort of self-improvement wizard. What I want you to do, bro, right, is I want you to picture what I just said at the start of the video. But the next thing I want you to do is I want you to just genuinely sit there. If you have a journal, get a piece of paper. If you don't, whatever, just get something to write on. And I want you just to spend a few minutes writing down what your identity is, your new identity. Because the one thing that's actually genuinely going to get you to move on from the person that you are now, by the way, is not some sort of stupid, I don't know, whatever, some horse crap that all these influencers are telling you to do that don't actually care about you and only care about money. The genuine real issue that you have is so difficult to change, but the one thing that I genuinely believe that will actually get you from point A to point B to where you want to be in the future, it's your identity. The reason why you keep relapsing, the reason why whenever you're watching porn, even though you hate yourself because you're watching it, after you're finished jacking off, you ever sit there and daydream a little bit after you're done jacking off? I used to do it all the time. And you just sit there and go like, what sort of man am I? Like, I'm in my 20s and I'm still doing this shit. Do you want to know why you struggle so much? It's because you still have the identity of the 20-year-old or the 18-year-old or whatever age you are. You still have the identity that you're a loser. It's why I love the movie Fight Club so much, because one of the big points in the film is that we all have this identity of ourselves and this identity that we want to have, but we're so scared to sort of just be that person, to just be that new identity that we want, instead and just throw the old one away and just run with it. There's a reason why that's pushed so heavily in that film. There's a reason why men resonate with that film so much. It's because it's the message that is so important to us. The reason why you struggle to stop watching porn all the time is because your brain's conditioned and you still have the identity of the person who's a loser, because that's what you see yourself as. So if you genuinely want to change and you want to be a better person and you genuinely want to start growing properly in your life, change your identity. Right now, I want you to write down, spend as much time as possible. I want you to sit down and I want you to write your new identity. What do you want to see yourself as? Because whenever you start seeing yourself as the person who is disciplined, confident, they're sort of like affirmations that you say to yourself all the time. Now, this isn't some voodoo crap that you hear all the time from, I don't know, crazy people. This is the proper way for affirmations, because you're changing your identity and you're sort of reaffirming, sort of remind yourself of your new identity so that you don't lose focus and end up slipping back to who you used to be. Change your identity, because you don't understand how the power of the mind works. I'm going to give you an example. See, whenever you think of a really hot girl what happens? Your dick gets hard, doesn't it? That's the power of the mind, of just thinking and how your body reacts to it. So this stuff I'm telling you is stuff that people put in courses for hundreds of thousands of pounds. Genuinely. And I'm telling this to you for completely free. What I want you to do is I want you to say what your new identity is, write it down, and I want you to just start saying little things like, I'm confident, I am motivated, I'm disciplined, I'm hardworking, I'm all this stuff. And I want you to start saying it to yourself all the time, every single day. Now, I'm not saying start saying it out loud in front of other people, because then you just look nuts. Just say it into yourself in your mind. And eventually, once you keep saying that and saying that and saying that, and genuinely just being that new identity of yourself, along with all the tips I've given you in my previous videos, you actually will genuinely start making progress. More progress than you've made in the past. Don't waste your time looking back. We're not going that way.